We're just coming up to the hour mark. We'll get started in 60 seconds. We'll just give a few more seconds just in case someone's just trying to log in just on the time of the presentation. But folks, we've got a great day of presentations. It's like a Zoom-a-thon today. They started early hours of the morning. You know, we've done presentations already, you know, in Czech, in Russian, English, also in Romanian, lots more to come as well, you know, Bengali, Taiwanese, Latvian. Folks, this is going to be an outstanding day for people who lock into it. So we're going to go literally 60 seconds or so, then we'll get cracking onto the presentation, reason why everybody's here today. But what I'm going to show you, if you're here as a guest, this is absolutely blew my mind. I'm sure it will for you as well. So folks, just bear with us just another few seconds and then we'll get started. Oh, just before we kick on, if somebody could kindly raise the hand just to make sure that they can see my screen and my voice is coming through loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we're just going to start recording in a moment. So here we go. Okay, everybody, welcome to today's presentation of 50/50. Now, I'm really excited to, present this today, for people, whether you're already in this project or whether you're on here as a guest by someone who's invited you, thought enough of you to invite you to see what we're actually working on as a community around the world. And it's basically all based around giving, sharing, and receiving. But often you're going to want to know, what do you give, what do you share, and what do you receive? Now, the great thing what we have is a very powerful project called 50/50 crowdfunding. Now, what I'm going to show you today, folks, this is 100% global, so don't think local. If you're based in the UK and you're watching this presentation, or wherever you're based around the world, think international. This is a global project that we're rolling out, and it's only been rolling out since the 4th of October. So anyone looking at this right now is looking at a really in outset of the actual project moving forward. It's got a long time ahead of it, but that's a great thing for us, the real opportunities for people here and now. Now, what is crowdfunding? Well, basically, crowdfunding is a way, many different things, whether it's charities, churches, example, can actually raise funds for a project. But what people don't understand is a lot of crowdfunding is actually for personal use. So there are sites out there that I could go on a site and create a crowdfunding campaign, and peer-to-peer people could donate to that campaign for me. I could use those funds if I wish to go on a holiday. Some people use it for medical reasons, but crowdfunding is there. It's done in many countries already around the world. But sometimes what you have is companies, they want to raise funds. They've got a business idea, a project, or they want to roll out there. So they can use crowdfunding as well. So they can say, hey, folks, this is a great idea. We don't have the funds to do it. We want to get crowdfunding as a way to finance the project. So that's another way, crowdfunding is used at the moment. Also, there's charities out there, some great causes, where, people all around the world donate, the funds to the charities, which help them fund whatever their cause is. Also churches, people, donate to their churches on a weekly basis, daily basis, depending on where they are. And also think about this. Crowdfunding is used in so many areas, that people probably don't even realize it's crowdfunding. So sometimes these pet rescue centers that you see, they ask for donations on a monthly basis. That's there to help those pets or for whatever their cause is. And people do it all the time now. Some of the biggest crowdfunding projects, if you really think about it, children in need, great causes there. But it's people, these big TV campaigns, people send funds in. It's the community, it's the crowd who are donating. It's them who are sending the funds to help, whatever that cause is for. Think again, the Red Nose Day, the British Red Cross. There's so many different things that people, use crowdfunding for to actually raise for their project, their charity, their great cause, their church. The great thing here is it's peer-to-peer. People do it voluntary. But often you're going to want to know what is about 50/50. How's it working? Not just how it works, how it can benefit you. So what I'm going to do now, folks, is I'm just going to show you a short video which will go into a little bit more detail on how 50/50 works and how you can benefit from it.
If you want hundreds or even thousands of dollars immediately delivered to your bank or Bitcoin account right now, then please join 50/50 crowdfunding to raise all the funds you need and want for any purpose. And here's why we believe this is your best option to receive funds every minute of every day, beginning right now. 50/50 crowdfunding is the world's first peer-to-peer, fully automated, cooperative crowdfunding system where you always receive 50%. 50/50 is the first system that rewards both the giver and receiver. And just $29 gets you your very own cooperative crowdfunding system that includes personalized real-time dashboard, personalized sites, tools, and support. A one-time out-of-pocket donation gets you started and allows you to raise all the funds you want for any purpose and receive 50% from all the funds donated by the people you invite. And here's the best part. You immediately receive 50% of every donation in your one-of-a-kind 2x2 quality matrix forever, because there's no middleman and no waiting. Here are a few other reasons why we believe 50/50 can help put funds in your pocket immediately. Our system has a 15-year history of proven success. Our systems have already helped well over 600,000 people. When you use 50/50, funds are raised cooperatively from around the world, and there are multiple donation levels for you to receive from simultaneously. And here's another great point. 100% of all donations go to you and your team. You can raise all the funds you want with no limits to the amount you raise, and no time limits. Here's another awesome point. You can receive your donations in either dollars or Bitcoins. And the absolute best part is we offer a global donation pool. Imagine you will receive 50% over and over again, regardless of whether you invite 2, 20, 200, or 2,000 people. You can invite as many as you like, and you will always get half. To get the most out of 50/50 and keep receiving from now until forever, it's just 3 simple, doable steps to massive success. Step 1, register and become an active donor. Step 2, help 2 or more become active donors. And step 3, help your 2 or more each get 2 or more active donors. That's it, just 2 who get 2, and that completes your matrix. Then a wonderful thing happens. You're re-entered to receive again without additional effort or qualifications. And that happens because of the one and only Mobius loop, which is proprietary to 50/50. And what that does, that always ensures that you remain with your team. You follow your inviter, and your team follows you. In 50/50, there are no boards, no splits, and you always stay with your team. In other systems, you have to wait, and nothing happens. But in 50/50, we are peer-to-peer, which means there is no middleman and no waiting for your matrix to fill. Just 2 donations, and you are even forever. Watch this. You invite 1 and immediately receive 50%. 1 then invites 2, and you and 1 both immediately receive 50%. That makes you even on that level forever. There are only 6 positions in your 2x2 follow me matrix. However, there are 4 ways that they can be filled. They can be filled by personal registration, enrollee registrations, help from above, or even help from below. Watch this. Number 2 is enrolled by your inviter, and you receive a donation. That's what we call help from above. And number 3 is enrolled by number 2, and you receive another donation. That is what we call help from below. You receive 2 donations, and you haven't enrolled anybody yet. That's another feature that makes us unique and why we call 50/50 cooperative crowdfunding. Here's another very important point. 100% of every donation is immediately assigned, and 50% always goes to you in your 2x2 matrix. And here's something really exciting. We always have a position for the next person you want to help, because as soon as 6 positions are filled, another one automatically opens up for you to receive 6 more donations. To help you reach your goals faster, there are 5 rewarding receiving levels for you to receive donations. When you donate $250, you'll receive 6 donations of $125 for a total of $750. When you donate $500, you will receive 6 donations of $250 and receive $1,500 each time you cycle. And when you donate $1,000, you'll receive 6 donations of $500 and receive $3,000 each time you cycle. When you donate $2,000, you receive 6 donations of $1,000 and receive a total of $6,000. And the best part is, when you donate $4,000, you receive 6 donations of $2,000 and receive a total of $12,000 in donations for that level. And remember, you immediately receive 50% of every donation over and over again forever. And the best part is, you can receive donations simultaneously from all levels every minute of every day. Now imagine this: receiving 3 donations of $125, 2 donations of $250, 5 donations of $500, 1 donation of $1,000, and 2 donations of $2,000. That is what can happen on any given day in 50/50. Here's one more thing to think about. No matter where you begin, eventually you may be on all levels. And if you cycle just once a month on each level, you'll receive $23,250 every month. My question to you is this: would that help you financially? Of course it would. So join 50/50 crowdfunding and start receiving funds right now. In 50/50 crowdfunding, you always get half. And that's what makes us the world's fastest and most rewarding crowdfunding system ever. So use the donor key of the person who invited you, and let's get busy with it and start raising all the funds you want for any purpose, beginning right now.
Well, folks, that's the video of 50/50 crowdfunding. The great thing is, we're building this around the world with that video. We've got now presentations in multiple languages. It's absolutely spreading like wildfire across the world. But, you know, it's great looking at a video. It's even better when you hear people, you know, got experiences within the program, because I appreciate some people on this call today, you're already in the project, you know, you're working with 50/50, like myself and many others. But I also respect there's some people on this call who are just checking it out for the first time. And if you're like me, you'll be excited right now. When I first saw this, I got it. I grasped how big this could be. I jumped on board, and it's been an absolutely amazing journey so far. In just over a month that, you know, we've been working this project. So, folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a few people's mics. Hey, I see Rebecca's on. I'm going to just unmute Rebecca, see if Rebecca's available. Hey, Rebecca, it's Alan. Are you there? Could you kind of share your story, your background on 50/50 and the impact it's had for you?
Hello, Alan. Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. So, yeah, it's just really incredible opportunity. And every single day, I'm grateful that I joined. And it's completely changed my situation very quickly. So just to give everyone a bit of background, I joined on the 11th of October, and when I joined, I had something to create me an income. I'm a single parent to 4 children under the age of 9, and I'd quit my previous business 2 months earlier, and I had to, you know, we can't live on air. I needed something to provide me the income that I needed. John Van Derzen is my upline in this opportunity, and, you know, I'm extremely thankful that he contacted me directly about this. He shared the video with me, and I watched it, and I had some questions. I called him back, and I decided to get involved. So when I was looking at this, I had probably about 2 days till I had to pay a rent payment. Basically, at that point I had no income. and I didn't have my rent is £1,250 a month. I didn't have that money, and my landlord actually had emailed me to say, you know, if you're late or we don't get this payment, we're going to give you notice to leave the property, which, you know, it wasn't great. And the pressure and the stress that I was under, just, you know, there's a lot of people in the same boat with financial problems. Christmas is coming up. It's probably the most expensive time of year. And yeah, I didn't know what I was going to do. So to me, having someone come to me with this at that time was literally a lifeline. So I did grab I grabbed it with both hands and I ran with it. I shared this immediately after I joined. I started sharing this with people. It's so simple to share a short video with someone. You know, if that video, when you share it, it either makes someone think, no, it's not for me. Yes, I want to know more. Or yes, I'm going to join now. That's basically the three options, you know, or results people from watching that video. And it's just so simple and easy. People get it. It's easy to share. And people, you know, people have struggled online. If you've worked online and you're in a product-based business and you're trying to, you know, whether it's skincare or weight loss, whatever, you know how hard it is to get people to buy and maintain that, and what the results are from doing that. So with this, people that have struggled previously to reach the levels that they wanted are having success with this very quickly. So within 5 weeks, I have reached a 5-figure income. I paid my rent on time. You know, 2 days after I joined, I paid my rent in full. I can't tell you how amazing I felt. All that stress and pressure basically just went, and I don't think I realised straight away, but, you know, a few days later, I started thinking, God, this is, you know, I carried on receiving donations, which actually enabled me in a week to upgrade to all 5 levels of the programme. And obviously the donations increased and the level of those donations increased. So to go from where I was to where I am now in that time, yeah, it's incredible.
Rebecca, thank you so much for sharing that. I can see it's an emotional journey you've had, and what an impact 50/50 has had, you know, on your family's life and future, because like I said earlier, we're just starting this. So I know there's going to be great things to come from you and, you know, and for your family moving forward with 50/50. So I do appreciate you sharing that. And again, it became apparent of the way it fell when Rebecca obviously registered before myself. On one of the upgrades I did, I was sat there getting ready to send $1,000 donation to somebody, and I didn't have a clue who it was. And it turns out to have been Rebecca. So that story is even more powerful. But I was sending that donation because I was glad to do it, because, you know, we're helping the communities all around the world, making such a big difference. It's very, very powerful, the system we have. We can see it changing lives now. I'm hearing lots of stories happening around the world, just like, well, maybe not as on the deadline as you were there, Rebecca, you know, in a couple of days, but the story, the way it's changing people's lives are absolutely phenomenal. So this is working, folks. So this isn't something out where people think, hey, will it work or won't it? It's working if you work it. And the great thing is 100% of all the funds stay within the communities around the world. It doesn't go to the company. We only pay them $29 every 6 months to use this amazing software that we can use all around the world. So Rebecca, I truly appreciate your story and what you're doing, spreading the great word of 50/50. Thank you so much for just dropping on there and giving that testimonial. Thank you so much. Hey, folks, you're very welcome, very welcome. We've got another person who's going to drop on and do a testimonial. Now, this gentleman is a very good friend of mine. I would say business partner, but a really good friend. We've known each other for many years. So I'm just going to unmute the mic of Matt, Mr. Matt Nerona. Are you there, sir?
Hey, Alan. Yeah, I'm here. And thank you for having me on. I just came on to check your presentation, really. But great to connect with you again on this call.
Matt, if you could a few minutes on your story in 50/50 so far? You know, why did you choose 50/50? How it's worked for you so far? So we want to show people who are on this presentation, it's genuine people that are doing genuine great things with this software project.
Yeah, 100%. You know, going back 5 weeks, I got a call from a very dear friend of mine based in Manchester. I think his name's Alan Platt. You might know him. And he kind of, you know, showed me the video, the 8-minute video. And I was absolutely blown away, like literally blown away. I got to tell you, I wasn't in the looking zone. I wasn't, you know, looking for something. You know, I've got income streams. I've got a business. But when I saw this, I could just not say no. And here's the reason why, because I understood the potential of crowdfunding to impact many, many lives around the world. It's just been a fantastic ride the last 5 weeks. You know, we've done very, very well. We lead with income claims, of course, but literally cycling on some of those clubs pretty much every single day. And I get to send Alan like a donation pretty much every day, right, Alan? Which is cool.
Really cool, absolutely.
And you know, the great thing is, Alan, you know, he'll put people in, and they send me donations. And you know, Rebecca's story just there really, really touched me. I mean, what a fantastic story. And I think I was when I first joined, I think the first day or second day, I got to send Rebecca a donation too, and I'm sure sooner or later she's going to send me one. But what I love about this, Alan, is people in my team have been online with Alan for quite some time. People in my team that have never made a dime. I mean, me and Alan have always done really well, but people that have never made a dime, never made a pound online, you know, they've come into this and they're truly starting to receive donations. What we've got is so, so special. And Alan, I really appreciate you putting these webinars on for everyone, just so that we can kind of roll this out all around the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt, sir. Thank you so much for your time and dropping on there, you know, to say a few words. It's truly appreciated. Yeah, one of the things that I love about what Matt mentioned there is, you know, we've worked together before. I've been in the profession for quite a long time. I've built 3 different companies, you know, different companies to 6-figure-a-year earnings. This will be my 4th, this project. And I know that because of what's happened. Like Matt says, we don't lead with the income claims, but what's happened to us just in the last 4.5, 5 weeks has just been astronomical. So folks, this is absolutely working. What I love about this as well is, if you think about this is where it's turning, you know, this sort of profession on its head. One person joins, they donate to 2 people. Think about that. So that means more people can actually receive donations from each singular person who comes on board. That is powerful. I mean, I've never seen that happen before. And so again, it's a great project that we're rolling out. I've never seen anything like it. And the great thing is, we're all in at the start. So I appreciate everyone who's dropped on today, you know, to share their testimonials and share their stories. This is going to be huge, with or without any of us on this call. In reality, it's going to happen because it's happening right now. It's spreading into many countries. I personally introduced it myself with people in 10 different countries. That's not my lines. That's me introducing people in 10 different countries. There's more countries in the projects within my group, as you can imagine, because other people introduce it internationally as well. But so you can see how it can work, where you can receive donations while you're asleep. There's nothing nicer than waking up and you're seeing somebody's sent you a donation. Somebody else has sent you a donation. You're checking your emails as the first things that you do when you wake up. In fact, you're checking them throughout the whole day. So folks, this is an absolutely amazing project. It's impacting people worldwide. So again, don't think local here. Think globally. Like I said before, this is an international, global project because crowdfunding is legal worldwide. And that's the great thing. It's peer-to-peer donation. It's my choice to send Matt a donation. It's Matt's choice to send me a donation. It's peer-to-peer. Absolutely fabulous project. So glad I aligned with it. Now, folks, just to recap, we've got an amazing Zoomathon today. You know, we've been doing the presentations, you know, all morning. Matt, by the way, is an amazing presenter, you know, absolutely fantastic chap. He's doing the next UK one, which will be at 2 p.m. UK time. And he's also got another one at 4 p.m. UK. But here's the thing, folks, if you're building in the English market, we've also got one at 3 p.m. as well, which is run by the USA group, which is fantastic. Then they're going to do 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m., 9 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning. In addition to that, we've got more presentations, you know, coming out of Moscow, out of Russia, Bangladesh, out of Taiwan, Latvia. There's an awesome awesome gentleman on this. I've just noticed his name. He's doing some Latvian presentations later on. So folks, think globally. Here's the thing. If you really run with this today, if you're on board as a team member or a guest, let's imagine if your team member, get as many of your guests on these next presentations. Let us do the work. Also, if you're a guest, imagine this. It's just coming up for 25 past 12 at the time of this recording. Now here, if you get yourself positioned now with 50-50 with the person who's invited you to see this presentation, you can do the registration within a minute. It's so simple, so fast to do. And then you could literally start introducing your own guests, your own prospects to see 50-50 at the 2 p.m., which Matt is going to deliver an awesome, awesome presentation. So you want your guests on there, folks, because if you do, you'll have more people working with the 50-50 project with you moving forward. So my best advice is, if you've on this here as a guest, get any questions you've got answered. Make sure you get them answered quickly. The best question is, how do I join now? Get yourself positioned in 50-50. Let's lock arms. Let's go and build, a legacy project around the world for many people. And if you're a team member, thank you for your time on this presentation and the support you've given everybody. My time is up, and I thank you for yours.